From Carson Park here in downtown Eau Claire, Wisconsin, it's Eau Claire Regis versus Osseo Fairchild, and a chance for the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers to claim at least a share of the Clover Belt Conference Championship here in the 2023 high school football season. Hello, everybody. Pete Knudsen with you here from Carson Park, along with Zane Cullinan, our video director. Happy to be along with you here this evening for what should be at least hopefully, a special night for the Ramblers as they try to finish off a season that has been played with a few growing pains, but a 7-2 season is what their aim is here for tonight. And, of course, a great season for Brian Brenner after losing so many graduates last year from his state championship team. This team has really grown, really fought back, a 5-1 record in conference. They can win tonight against Osseo Fairchild. They will have Mondovi, who will try to beat Fall Creek tomorrow to at least claim a share of that title as well. It is senior night here tonight. Also, we had a chance to talk to Brian Brenner before tonight's game. Let's listen into him, I believe, quickly. I think we'll have enough time to listen to him, and then we'll get back here for the anthem and all the good stuff right after this. Here is Coach Brian Brenner.
And welcome back in for more pregame coverage here of Eau Claire Regis taking on Osseo Fairchild. Coach Brenner joins us. Coach, always appreciate you taking a little bit of time with us. And a heck of a win last week as you kind of gear up for the final week of the regular season here. Talk a little bit about last week, what you liked out of the team, and what you've been working on this week to get ready for Osseo Fairchild.
Yeah, I thought our offensive line really controlled things up front on offense and gave our backs some great holes to run through. We were able to have a lot of success, I think, running the ball last week. So anytime you're able to control the line of scrimmage, you got a good chance to win.
You did that. You also had some nice forced turnovers and some things that you did on the defensive side of the ball. I'd imagine that even though they scored a few points on you, you guys made some big plays there, and that was a good thing.
Yeah, we knew Bryce Erickson was probably the best quarterback in the conference. We knew that was going to be a challenge containing him. We were hoping to limit the big play a little bit better than we actually did. So they got some big ones on us, and as a result, they were able to get some points. And give them credit, their coaches get paid, and they practice. Their players work hard too. So
let's talk a little bit about this being senior day, and obviously you get to honor the seniors today before you make hopefully a nice long playoff run. But what did the seniors meant to this team? Obviously you had a lot of turnover last year, but these seniors have hung in there with you guys and really been big leaders, haven't they?
Yeah, it's been a fun group to be a part of. There's a lot of them. Not really maybe as many, I say star players, but it's a real balanced group. A lot of real solid football players in the senior class, and then beyond that, some great people. These seniors are going to go on to do be very successful and do some great things in life, way beyond football. And that's what we're really trying to help them with, is hopefully through this football experience that they become better people. The other thing on the football field, I think this year we've really improved. This has been a year where we've shown a lot of growth and improvement from week one to where we are now, and that's a credit to their leadership.
Let's talk a little bit about Osseo Fairchild and what they bring to the table. Obviously, this is the last night of the regular season. It's October weather. You got a little rain and all that fun stuff. What do you need to do to get a win tonight?
I think really focus on taking care of the football with this weather that's coming in here. That'll be a challenge, I think, for both teams. So the team that takes care of the football the best probably is going to come out on top. The other thing is we're really hoping to become a better tackling team as we go into playoffs.
I don't know if the game's going to beat the weather, but we beat the weather, so appreciate you taking some time with us, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thanks, Pete.
That's Brian Brenner. We'll have more when we come back.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, a beautiful rendition of the national anthem here from Carson Park tonight as we get set for the final game of the regular season between Eau Claire Regis and Osseo Fairchild. And again, Osseo Fairchild comes into tonight's game. We've talked a little bit about Regis, obviously another chance to win another Clover Belt championship here tonight and a share with Mondovi, a team they lost to, but that all doesn't matter in terms of who wins a conference. Again, Mondovi with a loss earlier this year to Neilsville Granton, part of the reason why they have one loss in conference play. And so that's how it kind of sets up, because, of course, Osseo Fairchild struggles this year to, at points, even field a team this year. They had a one forfeit that they had against Mondovi back on September 1st because of injuries and whatnot. As you can see, they are a sparse crew, and for this head coach and Coach Chad Tonkovich, he is in his second season, still looking for his first win as the head coach of Osseo Fairchild here as well. So that's been an issue, obviously, for the Thunder over the years, or at least in recent time. But they have played better as of late. Last Friday against Fall Creek, they only trailed 13-6 at halftime. So they have seen some improvement over the course of this year, but so has Eau Claire Regis. Eau Claire Regis has been very solid, as we know. Of course, Coach Brian Brenner is in his 16th season and 158-31. As well. Regis is tied with Mondovi again atop the Clover Belt Conference, each with 5-1 records. Buffaloes gave the Ramblers a conference loss, 24-20 at Carson Park last September 21st. Last Thursday at home, again, the Ramblers defeated Neilsville Granton in a big game, 43-27 as well. You hear the seniors being announced. Let's listen into them as they are announced here tonight.
Number 79, John McMenamy, and number 80, Alex Shula. We also have a student assistant graduating next spring, Preston Zipiniak. Seniors, we congratulate and thank you for your commitment and contributions to the success of the Regis football program. Remember, once a Rambler, always a Rambler. Thank you.
So there you have Joe Roach announcing the seniors, and we will talk a little bit more about them throughout the night, as well as, of course, Regis is, again, with so many great seniors as well, and so many great kids who've come through this program and continue to add to the success that we have seen, and we will see if they, of course, can get a win tonight and then hopefully set up for at least one home game in the playoffs. 7-2 and a 6-1 conference record, that should get you one home game in the playoffs at least, if not maybe a little bit more, depending on how all the first round of the playoffs works out. But Regis will certainly be in the playoffs. We know that. Again, the statewide announcement of the playoff brackets will happen on our friends over at WQOW on Saturday morning. In fact, you can watch that over on QOW between, I believe, 11 and noon, that they will be announcing all the brackets, all the divisions, and all that good stuff as well. And Eau Claire Regis might be the only Eau Claire team to represent the Eau Claire City area, as, again, the entire Eau Claire football scene, at least in terms of Memorial and North needs to win tomorrow night to even get under the bubble in Division I. So a lot to be decided there, but again, Regis kind of holding the torch, if you will, for the Eau Claire area. And so here come the Ramblers, and they'll break out of that banner, and off comes a team that they're hoping to make some noise in the playoffs and hoping to at least clinch a share of the Clover Belt Conference Championship here tonight. Regis wearing the black tops with the white bottoms and the green numbers outlined in white. Officials for tonight are Terry Steinmetz, Matt Flatter. You hear Joe Roach mention him as well. Dale Konwinski, Patrick Boughton, and Todd Norrell are the officials here tonight. You can see it through the lights. The rain has started falling. A lot of games were moved to tonight. A couple games in the area, assuming that there'd be a lot of rain tomorrow in the area as well. So trying to get ahead of it, but the rain coming just right on cue here. And it's a chilly night, 50 degrees, the rain coming down. This is some people would call this football weather. Other people would say, I just want to be inside right now. But we're happy to have you along with us if you decided to stay home and stay out of the elements. And it should be a good one. The wind is blowing hard from left to right across your screen, from the south end zone to the north end zone, basically. Blowing pretty hard, and maybe a little bit across the field from the near side to the far side as well. So we'll see how that affects things here. I'm sure that we'll get a steady dose of the inverted double wing from Eau Claire Regis, and a lot of the ball being on the ground here tonight as well. So off we go. It is Eau Claire Regis out to kick things off. We might see a few different faces in there than we've seen over the course of the season. But it will be John Cole to kick things off, I believe, for Regis. We'll check that out here for sure. Back to return for Osseo Fairchild. Drake Sweat, is back. And off we go, ready to go here for the start of this game. Here comes kickoff for Regis. Here we go. Downfield it goes, coming near side. This will be taken by Noah Fila. He's got it to the 15-20. Got a lane across the 25, and he's wrapped up at about the 27-yard line, and that is where we will see Osseo Fairchild get underway here tonight.
18-yard kickoff return.
So off we go, ready for action here tonight, as it'll be Drew Paulus, the sophomore quarterback, who will lead out this squad for Osseo Fairchild. Their own 27-yard line. Let's see if Regis can get some early penetration, maybe an early turnover here, and get their backs up against the wall a bit. Drew Paulus is the man slated to be quarterback. I think that might be Spencer Osmondson in there at quarterback here. We'll see if we get a number change. Yeah, it is Osmondson. They hand it off on a little run to the left side, and wrapped up for a tackle there is Osseo Fairchild for a quick loss.
Mason Noose on the tackle. Correction, Nessie.
Now Regis quick up to the line, so is Osseo Fairchild. Handoff in the backfield, decent run here to the 25, maybe back to the original line. In fact, might even gotten a couple more than that. Sweat on the carry. Tackle made by Budick for the Ramblers, and it is 3rd and 9 back at the 28-yard line here as we are underway. 11 left to go here in the first quarter. We don't have the clock working tonight on our graphics, so I'll try to update you as best we can there. Here comes the snap, a look and a run to the right side. Throw is made and incomplete. Good defense out on the edge there for Eau Claire Regis. That was Alex Burdick again on the coverage. And 4th down coming up. So you might see a few names that you haven't seen over the course of the season here for Eau Claire Regis, depending on how Brian Brenner wants to play it tonight. And get some guys some rest before the playoffs as well. Try to keep the guys as fresh as possible. Haas as well as Everett Tate are back to return here for Regis. Osmondson to punt. He only stands about 10 yards behind the line. Takes it, and the punt is a wobbler. This is Tate at the 45, and he did not call for a fair catch, and he gets by everybody here near side 40. 30, 25, 20, got a couple men to beat, stays in bounds, and then lunges forward across the 10, up to the 8-yard line, and Eau Claire Regis with a beautiful return from Everett Tate has 1st and goal to start off their first drive of the game. So a great return for Everett Tate. Up to the 8-yard line they go, 10:44 remaining here in this first quarter. And it will be Owen Weisenberger under center here for Eau Claire Regis. Brendan Meyer, one of the backs flanking him on the right, and I believe Tate on the left side. And they will pass it to him. Pardon me, not Tate, rather. That was Ethan Eager, the senior running back. He'll get 4 of the 8 that he needs to get in the end zone, and it's 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. So Ethan Eager getting the carry. Meyer was in there as well. No Braden Albee as well at the moment. Ian Andrews checking in as one of the wingbacks, along with Chase Koska. Tailback, I believe, is Luke Betcher at the moment. Senior running back. See some of those seniors on senior night getting their starts here tonight. Owen Weisenberger will give this one to Letcher right out of the backfield. He is in for the score, and Eau Claire Regis is on the board first. 6-0. They lead it with 10:07 left to go here in the first quarter. And so the senior, Luke Betcher, gets in for the score for Eau Claire Regis. And a great start here by the Ramblers here tonight. Betcher had just 8 yards carrying coming into the game, and no touchdowns as of yet. So Luke Betcher with the first score for the Ramblers, 6-0. Regis leads. They will go for two, as they often do. Here's the pitch to Meyer. Meyer up the gut, in for the score. It's 8-0 Eau Claire Regis with 10:07 left to go first quarter. We'll be back right after this here on the Ramblers Sports Network. Yeah. Welcome back in here to Eau Claire Regis. A quick drive, and Everett Tate, big return on that punt return. It was a total return, in fact, of 47 yards on the punt return, and just an 8-yard, two-play drive. And the senior Betcher gets in for the touchdown. Here's to start for Eau Claire Regis. They lead 8-0 here with 10:07 left to go in the first quarter. Here comes the kickoff here for the Ramblers. And come near side here, and they will fake the end around. And coming up here for this Osseo Fairchild team is Noah Fila, but he gets taken down pretty quickly before he can even get back to the 15-yard line. So Fila with the return. And at their own 14 is where they'll start off. You hear Tate and Burdick getting the credit for the tackles. 10 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. An easy score for Regis here early on. This Osseo Fairchild team is still trying to kind of rebuild the program and get to a point where they can start to be a little more competitive. Like we said, the last couple weeks they have been. As I handed off on an end-around play, trying to get that one to Drake Sweat around the edge. He gets bottled up pretty quickly over there at the 17-yard line. For Eau Claire Regis, I believe it was Landon Semling who was in on the stop there. At least tripped him up initially. Gets about 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. Preston Semling, the official tackle there. Here's a run left side, and nothing for Fila here. He'll lose a couple back to the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. And a good job by Regis to contain. Tate was out on the edge along with Andrews. And I believe Albee in there on the defensive side of the ball as well. So 3rd and 9 coming up here for Osseo Fairchild. Back at their own 16-yard line. Call it officially 3rd and 8. Osmondson is back in the shotgun. Now he will run the draw here. Trying for the first down. He fumbled on the slide, but they will say that he was down at the 20. And you could see he was trying to avoid the shot there, basically. Just said, nope, no thank you. I'll go down before I get to the sticks, and we will avoid taking a big hit. So it will be another punt coming up here for Osmondson. Haas is the only man back to return here for Regis. The wind is blowing into Osseo Fairchild, so hard to get a lot on this as well. Second punt of the game already, and they just get it away. Tate was coming for the block. Haas trying to get up to make that catch. Andrews almost touches the ball, and that ball will be downed at the 47-yard line of Eau Claire Regis. So ended up being a decent punt there of about 33 yards into the wind, which is not necessarily bad on a night like tonight. And here come the Ramblers. Their own 47. 8:20 left to go here in the first quarter. So 2 3-and-outs for Osseo Fairchild's offense. Now let's see if the Ramblers can come out and turn the screws a little bit. For Eau Claire Regis, it mentioned that Betcher with that touchdown run. And at least in terms of running backs and skill players, in fact, I think it is everybody officially on the team. That is the 8th different player to have a rushing touchdown this season for Eau Claire Regis. Weisenberger rolling, wanted to pass, now he'll scramble back left. He might run with this one. No, he's going to throw it, and it is dropped downfield. Should have been caught by Andrews, threw it a little bit behind him at the 38-yard line of Osseo Fairchild, but unfortunately Andrews unable to hold on to it on a wet night like tonight. So they were trying to take the shot to go deep, but some good pressure in the backfield there by Osseo Fairchild. Osmondson was one of the guys who was back. And so Eau Claire Regis come back out with, we've seen this formation a few times, a 3-receiver set right, 1 left. Shotgun formation for Weisenberger. 8:10 left to go here in the quarter. Weisenberger wants to launch this one deep far side. That is incomplete. Tate never really got separation from his defender, and Drew Paulus was kind of up in his business the whole way and ended up overthrowing it. I think he was waiting for Tate to get away from him and just never did. Tyler Gilling and George Wolterstorff into the game for Regis. See if they go back to the inverted double wing even on 3rd and 10. 8:06 left to go here in the first quarter. They will not. They will go with the Aces formation. 1 receiver left, 1 right. And Weisenberger takes the snap. He throws it out near side toward Tate. It is overthrown and incomplete. Tate was wide open on the near side, and that a miss. And so it is the punt unit who comes out here for Regis. They go with 3 straight pass plays, I think, just to kind of test them out a little bit here. And unfortunately, Owen Weisenberger, and again, this is a wet night. The ball is wet, a little slippery out there. The wind is affecting it as well. And I think just maybe the conditions affecting Weisenberger to the point where he could not complete any of those passes. So, punt coming up for Regis. Their own 47. High snap. He got it, went up and got it, though. Did Haas on the punt. And that will run out of bounds here, the 22-yard line. So punted out of bounds. Pardon me, not Haas on the punt, but rather punting there was, I think that was John Liebman, the freshman, getting a chance. Decent punt. Gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Liebman's punt down at the Osseo-Fairchild 23.
22 officially is where they will start things off here. Osseo-Fairchild after the Regis punt. So Regis trying to get a little cute there, I think, on the offensive side of the ball. I'd imagine we'll see the inverted double wing on the next drive, but trying to throw some pass wrinkles in there. Is now a quarterback keeper and a run to the left side, almost like a wildcat type of snap there to Drake Sweat. He can also play quarterback. They got a number of guys who they're trying to kind of test out here as quarterback. Is get about 4 yards on the carry to the left side. 26-yard line now, 2nd and 6 here for Osseo-Fairchild. Under center this time is Osmundson. And he will give it for a reverse. Yeah, a little trickery here. Around the edge comes Braden Thurston. And Thurston is taken down as he cuts it up the field. Gets a couple on the play. And Braden Elby was the man to stop him. Gets to the 29 after about a 3-yard gain. And we'll see 3rd and short coming up here for Osseo-Fairchild, trying to convert their first first down of the game. So far 0 for 2 on 3rd down in this game. Split out 1 receiver to the right. Tight ends and flanked here is Osmundson back to pass, rolling. Passes over the middle. That is bobbled and incomplete. And 4th down coming up. So Osseo-Fairchild, likely this deep in their own territory, will send out the punt unit. Can't imagine. Obviously you want to convert here. You want to get something going on the offensive side. But if you don't convert, you're in trouble. And so sure enough, it will be Osseo-Fairchild back to punt. We'll see once again Haas back to return here for Regis.
Harrison Haas back deep to receive for the Ramblers.
Osmundson will punt it, standing in his own 18-yard line. 6:42 left to go first quarter. He gets rid of it, wobbling end-over-end punt, and that is fair caught by Haas at about the 47. So similar position to where Regis was on their last drive. 6:35 left to go here in the first quarter. So far, we've seen 4 punts and a touchdown. And we're not even, halfway through this first quarter. And this will be the, 6th different possession in this game. 3 for Regis now and 3 for Osseo-Fairchild. So not running a whole lot of clock and not getting a whole lot of yardage other than that really good punt return for Everett Tate. It's really the only thing we've seen so far. Here comes Weisenberger out, inverted double wing again. And he'll pitch it to Andrews. Andrews up the guts. Got blockers, staying on his feet across the 50 and tripped up into plus territory to the 46-yard line. That'll be a 7-yard gain for Ian Andrews. Andrews with 6 touchdowns on the ground. He actually, interestingly enough, you might think it's Everett Tate. You might think maybe Braden Albee or Chase Koska, but it's actually Andrews who has the most rushing touchdowns on this team. Coming into tonight's play, has 6 on the season.
2nd and 3 for the Ramblers at the Thunder 46.
2nd and 3 now as the rain continues to fall here at Carson Park. And they will pitch it over on that left side. That's Ethan Eager again. He's close to the first down. I think he's got it. Yeah, he got 4 when he needed 3. And it's a first down for the Ramblers. Looked like it was Blake Thompson who made the tackle there.
First down.
First down as they convert, and Regis back out to work with 5:45 left to go in the first quarter. 8-0 Regis here in the first quarter.
43.
Hard count from Weisenberger. Here's Koska up the gut, looking for blockers, looking for a hole, dragging a tackler to the 35, to the 34. He'll get 9 on first down. And there's Chase Koska, who's been such a speedy back and such a fun back to watch this season. Most rushing yards on the team coming in with 527 on the season.
Gain of 9.
Of course, much is made about the number of rushers on this Regis squad each season. Maybe not as many as last year, but they're up and approaching the 20 carriers total on the season. They're going to fake the handoff here, roll out, wide open downfield. They're going to cross back to Andrews. It's up, caught at the 2. He falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Regis. A 34-yard strike from Weisenberger to Andrews, and the Ramblers lead 14-0 here with 4:58 left to play in the first quarter. Perfect throw from Weisenberger. Again, just kind of threw it up and said, I'm going to let my receiver and Andrews kind of adjust to it. Schroeder will kick for the extra point here for Regis. A couple different kicking options for them. Snaps a little high. They get the spot down, though. The kick is up, and it is good. 15-0 Regis. 4:58 left to go here in the first quarter. Let's be back right after this here on the Ramblers Sports Network. Welcome back here into Carson Park. 15-zip Regis with the lead on the Thunder of Osseo-Fairchild. Pete Knudsen with you here high atop Carson Park as we get ready for the kickoff as Eau Claire Regis goes in with that 34-yard touchdown pass from Weisenberger to Andrews. They go far side. This will be scooped up and taken by Sweat. Sweat with a decent hole. Look at there he goes to the 40. Far side. He's got one man to beat, and he will beat him. Down the far sideline to the 20-10 touchdown Thunder. And just like that, Drake Sweat goes all the way, goes the distance for the Thunder, and that sends the Osseo-Fairchild sideline into some excitement, certainly, on that far side. And the Thunder, just like that, now cut into the lead. It is now 15-6. Ramblers lead it. Let's see the Thunder now, see if they will go for 2 here.
An 89-yard kickoff return for the Thunder.
89 yards officially there for Drake Sweat. And they will go for 2 here. Interesting here in the backfield, just taking a look what Osseo-Fairchild did. They got Griffin Schumas, the defensive tackle lineman who's back there as a potential passer. Look at him here. He's rolling to the right, throws it to the end zone, incomplete. I thought for a moment they were just going to send the big man forward, just let him bully his way into the end zone, but not the case. So a 89-yard touchdown return on a kickoff, and the Thunder grab a touchdown. It's 15-6 Ramblers. Back after this here on the Ramblers Sports Network. Welcome back in here to Carson Park, an 89-yard touchdown return. A beautiful one there from Drake Sweat, and the Thunder get on the board, 15-6. They lead it. It'll be one of the upbacks here for Regis. Take it at the 20, up toward the 30, and a chance for a big return here to the near side. Keeping his feet across the 50 is Koska, and he's taken down, it looked like by the face mask, to the 47-yard line of Osseo Fairchild. Nice return there from the upback Koska. And with 4:35 left to go, Regis back out on offense and go from the Osseo Fairchild 47. So kickoff return touchdown for Drake Sweat. Gives the Thunder a little bit of hope here. And they maybe felt like coming into this game a little bit overmatched, but here's a handoff to Koska up the middle, and again, one of those spread formations. I think it seems to me Brian Brenner experimenting with some things for the playoffs, right? Trying to figure out if he can rely on some of these other formations other than the inverted double wing. Of course, that's kind of the bread and butter. That's always the thing you can go back to, the thing you can rely on. But for him, I think it's just a matter of testing a few things. Are there some other ways that Regis can get in the end zone come playoff time? One receiver left, one right, aces formation here. Back to pass Weisenberger, goes out far side. Oh, it's bobbled and incomplete. Andrews had it and had the first down. He had this little hook move there on Paulus, too. He had a chance to go to the far sideline and make some noise, but just drops the ball. So it's 3rd and 8 now from the Regis, or pardon me, for the Osseo Fairchild 45-yard line. 4:01 left to play here in the first quarter. See the score, 15-6 Regis.
3rd and 8 for the Ramblers at the Thunder.
Ramblers will stay with that aces formation. Tate right and Andrews left. Weisenberger with a hard count. Here comes the pressure. Going to throw it out near side. That's Tate. He caught it at the 32-yard line and goes out of bounds near the 30. Nice pass there. That's about a 13, 14-yard gain. We'll call it 14 officially. First down, Ramblers. They were bringing the pressure there with Osseo Fairchild. I think there was a shout from the sideline about a hold potentially on the inside. I think Regis might have gotten away with one. And so they get at least a 14-yard completion to keep the offense on the field. Now near side, Austin Rideout is going to line up as one of the receivers on that right side. Andrews out on the left. They will fake the give to Koska. Keep it himself, Weisenberger. There he goes, 20. Makes a move inside the 15 and down at the 13-yard line. Tackled by Braden Thurston on the play. But a good run there to get it inside the 15-yard line and down at the 12 officially. It's a 19-yard gain and a first down here for the Ramblers. 3:40 left to go first quarter. Regis up, as you see, by 9 here on the Regis Sports Network. Happy to have you along with us. We plan on broadcasting at least the home games on the playoff run and hopefully more than that even as well. So stay tuned and we'll keep you up to date. Inverted double wing. Here's the pitch off left side. This is Meyer. He's got down to the 5, dragging a tackler to the 3-yard line. And who got him from behind there? I'm going to say that was Rodriguez on the tackle, Joaquin Rodriguez, who made the stop. And it's second and 2 rather, from the 4. So you still get another first down at the 2-yard line, Kid Regis. They got a chance to get their 3rd touchdown of the first quarter here. Still 3 minutes left in the first as we tick down. Weisenberger goes under center. And he will pitch it from left to right. This is Andrews cutting into the end zone. Touchdown, Regis. And Andrews now has his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. He's also got that receiving touchdown that he had earlier as well. And Ian Andrews is in for the score.
Jack Shorter to attempt the extra
4-yard touchdown run for Andrews. And the extra point coming here for Regis. I believe they're going to Schroeder again for the extra point. Snap spot. The kick is up, and it is good. 22-6, Regis with the lead here with 2:44 left to go first quarter. We'll be back right after this here on the Ramblers Sports Network. Welcome back in here to Eau Claire Regis, to Carson Park officially here on downtown Eau Claire, right on the grounds of Half Moon Lake and just off Claremont Avenue. Beautiful site as it always is for football, baseball, whatever you're out for. Maybe just a picnic as well. And it's been not a massive walk in the park for Regis. They are getting a little bit of pushback from the Thunder, especially with that kickoff return that we saw a few moments ago from Drake Sweat. However, let's see if Regis can contain him this time and get the Osseo-Fairchild offense back out there. They've had to punt every time they've been out, and sure enough, it's a squib kick to start it out here. And will they go for the reverse? They will not. Return right side to the 30 and at the 32-yard line. And it goes Brady Losel, rather. And so the 32 is where Osseo-Fairchild will start off. Actually, the 33 is where they'll mark him. 2:38 left to play here in this first quarter. We have seen a number of drives already in this. Again, Osseo-Fairchild really not a drive on the kickoff return. So this is their fourth drive of the game. And they're going to split them out here. So two receivers set to the right, one to the left. And this is a bit of that wildcat look that we've seen. There's a snap to Sweat. He'll run it right side, get a few, up to about the 36-yard line. I think that's where they've got him. And a good job there by Regis. Colton Rockow. Semling there as well, Preston Semling. 2nd and 7 here for Osseo-Fairchild as we tick down to the 2:10 mark left here in the first quarter. 22-6 Regis. Three bunch receivers to the left side here. And this is Osmondson in at quarterback again. There's Sweat rolling behind him. He'll get the handoff up the gut, and he is dragged down, spun down from behind, but gets some decent yardage to about the 41-yard line. And once again, that was Preston Semling who wrapped him up and dragged him down. And a 3rd and about 2.5 here for Osseo-Fairchild. They're going up to the line quickly. Osmondson under center. Imagine they're going to give this to Sweat or somebody in the backfield. And sure enough, they do. And this is a first down and more. The run to the left side. I believe that's that's Noah Fila, rather. There have been a number of number changes here for Osseo-Fairchild, it seems like today. So if we don't have everybody, we'll work on that here at halftime. There's a handoff to Sweat on the right side. He's got nothing. Good job there by Tate to get out and make the stop. Out on the edge. There's at least 2 or 3 number changes, I believe, that were not relayed on from their official roster. So we'll work on those here. We're ticking under a minute left to go here in the first quarter. 22-6 Regis. One receiver out to the right for Osmondson. He's got a couple tailbacks on 2nd and 10 from their own 48-yard line. A bobbled snap. He'll hand it off right, and not a whole lot on that run for Fila on the right side. He'll get to the 50, maybe not even the 50. And it'll be 3rd and long, and I believe they're going to have to run one more play here as Osseo-Fairchild. Didn't quite see when that clock hit 40, but I believe the back judge will be putting his hand in the air, and we will have one more play that Osseo-Fairchild needs to run. And they probably want to. Well, they've got the wind into them, so they may not. Send one receiver left, 2 to the right on the far hash. Here for Osmondson. There's Sweat going in motion. Takes it himself. Osmond back to pass, rolling right. He's got the edge for a moment, and he'll just go out of bounds, maybe a yard to the 50. Clock will stop momentarily here with 3 seconds remaining, and they will have to punt in all likelihood, unless they decide to go for this here. They'll have to punt with the clock stopped and into the wind, so that's a little bit of a mistake. Kind of needed to stay in bounds, but I don't know. I think Osseo-Fairchild saying this might be all or nothing right here. We're at the 50. We've got maybe a chance to get into Regis territory. Let's try to take it. And sure enough, looks like they're going to try to go for it here. They need to get to the 42-yard line for a first down. 4th and 8. Here for Osseo-Fairchild. Takes the snap, does Osmondson, throws it over to the right side. That is up and bobbled, incomplete. He went up to go get it, did Thurston, and it was well defended on that far side. I believe Koska got a hand in there. along with maybe Austin Rideout, who was there in coverage. It'll be turned over at the 50, so we won't have to do much moving to get Regis the ball. They'll have it at the 50-yard line, and they will be switching the end of the field they're going to. They'll be moving right to left when we come back right after this here on the Regis Ramblers Sports Network. Welcome back in here to Carson Park as the Ramblers lead 22-6 here over the Osseo-Fairchild Thunder as we get set for the start of the second quarter. It is Eau Claire Regis with the ball after the turnover on downs by Osseo-Fairchild. And so Regis starts right off at the 50-yard line here to start the second quarter. And we saw Osseo-Fairchild move it a little bit on that last drive, but still not enough to kind of sustain anything. They got to the 50, and I think they said, to heck with it, let's give it a shot. See if we can get a first down and keep the ball moving. They could not. And now the inverted double wing here for Weisenberger and company. He'll pitch it to Meyer. Meyer going to the left side. He's got a huge hole and blockers, but there is a flag back at the 50-yard line. He gets about 14 on the play, but I think this one's coming back, and sure enough it is. Holding on Regis is the call on the edge. We'll see if we got the referee mic'd up tonight. Again, your referee this evening is Terry Steinmetz. He's got a mic on. Of course, they have the walkie-talkie mics down there as well, but they'll mark this back 10 yards, and we'll have 1st and 20 here for Regis.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards penalties from the previous spot. First down.
All right, so we're not quite with Jeff Linehan's crew, who would give us a number as well, but it was holding on the left edge, and it is a 1st and 20 here for Regis. One receiver right, one left. Aces formation here for Weisenberger. He'll hand it off to Koska, moving around the right side. Got a few blockers, but as he cut it upfield, it was filled up nicely there by Noah Fila. You can tell who the skill guys are on this squad. And Fila, one of those guys. Drake Sweat as well. We've seen Braden Thurston get around the ball. Obviously, Spencer Osmondson, Drew Paulus. There's a few guys who've got some talent on this team, and they, especially on the defensive side, when they get into that hole, it's hard to make a move on them, and that's exactly what we saw there from Noah Fila. So 2nd and 15 here at the 45-yard line. Regis backing up again on that holding call. Early second quarter, back to pass Weisenberger, throws it out near side. Caught by Andrews, makes a move at the 45. He reaches out for the first down, didn't really need to, but he'll get an extra yard out of that, tackled by Paulus. Yeah, that's a 14-yard gain, so make it 3rd and 1 now here for Regis at the 41 of Osseo-Fairchild. That pass has been there, and again, I think right now Brian Brenner's saying, let's figure out what Owen Weisenberger can do from a passing standpoint here tonight. Now they'll go back to the inverted double wing. On 3rd and 1. You got Meyer on the left side, Koska on the right. And it is a pitch to Koska. He's got the first down and more to the 35, and he almost fought through that last defender tackle from Thurston. But he'll get to the 30-yard line on a gain of 11 and a first down here for Regis. 10:20 and the clock ticking left to play here in the second quarter. 22-6, Regis leads. So Regis moving the ball well. It'll be Tate and Andrews out as the wingbacks. If they go with that formation here, they might go back to the Aces formation. No, it's inverted double wing. It is Albee who is in at the tailback spot. Weisenberger will give it on now, a reverse. The handoff goes to Andrews, bounce it out right to the 25. Couple of stiff arms, and then he's tackled. Really wanted to get in for the touchdown there, you can tell. Braden Thurston, though, took a good angle on him to make the tackle. And it will only be an 8-yard gain. Boy, there's a lot of teams that would take an 8-yard gain on first down. In that situation, I'm not sure Regis wants the first down. They wanted a little more than that. So we'll see a few more backs check in here for Regis. Eager along with Rideout. And I believe Luke Betcher is in as the tailback in the inverted double wing. So this is kind of the alternate formation on senior night that we've seen. Here's the pitch. Rideout up the gut. He's got the first down and more. So at the 16-yard line, that's a 6-yard gain. And Regis now has a first down, and they are in the red zone officially. Only one drive that they did not score on. That was a punt at the 7:53 mark of that first quarter. Everything else they've scored on. Ian Andrews had a touchdown reception to 34 yards, also had a 4-yard touchdown run. The senior Betcher had his first touchdown run of the season to start the scoring for Eau Claire Regis. Weisenberger with the pitch. Right to left they go, looking for space. He's got it and more. Here it comes to the 10, to the 5. Nice cut near the goal line, and taken down is Noah Terrace. And they will mark him at the 1-yard line, I believe, maybe the 2. And it's a first and goal here for Regis. 2-yard line, so a 12-yard gain officially for him. Meyer back in along with Ethan Eager. Eager has one touchdown run this season. Meyer does as well. Betcher has one earlier tonight, Luke Betcher, who is the tailback. Weisenberger will give this one on the pitch and the run, left to right. Ethan Eager, he is in for the score, and the Ramblers add another 6. It's 28-6. Regis with the lead. Ethan Eager with his second touchdown run of the season. He only had 14 yards rushing coming into this game, so he gets a couple more there, and his second touchdown of the year. So a 50-yard drive here for the Ramblers. And this is where you see the Ramblers go back to Noah Labor, the freshman kicker. He'll have the extra point duties at this moment. Snap spot, the kick up, and the kick will sneak through that far upright. It's 29-6 Ramblers, 8:31 left to go second quarter. Back after this, right here on the Ramblers Sports Network. Welcome back here to beautiful Carson Park. It's gotten a little more beautiful in the terms that it's not raining as hard as it was. Still a little bit of rain coming down here on a chilly night across the Chippewa Valley, but a hot Rambler squad. They lead 29-6 here over the Thunder. Second quarter, and the kickoff taken. They will fake the end around, and not much there up to the 20-yard line. Goes Noah Fila. And so that is where they will take over, right at the 20. Here will Osseo Fairchild. So 8:26 left to go here in quarter number 2. 20-yard line is where Osseo Fairchild will start off the drive. Osmondson, the quarterback, 3 receivers left. They'll hand it on an end around going left side, and drag down right at the 20-yard line there is Noah Fila. And he'll get right back to the 20. There's maybe a shout for a horse collar tackle, something along those lines, but not the case. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Regis doing a nice job containing this offense so far. They have not gotten past the 50-yard line as Osseo Fairchild. Their only score tonight, a touchdown return on a kickoff for Drake Sweat of 89 yards near the end of the first quarter. Handed off on the end again, trying to fight up across the 20. Ball came out. Regis has it. It's a turnover. It's a fumble, and Regis has it back. Braden Albee with the recovery. He was down when he recovered it, so Regis will take over there. If this was an NFL game, he probably gets up and goes in for the scoop and score, but not the case there. He's down with his knee down at the 22, but a fumble, and Regis has a chance to extend this 29-6 lead with 7:36 remaining here in the first half. So Regis officially at the 22, 23, wherever they decide to put it, right in that area. They'll officially call it the 22-yard line. Weisenberger under center. The pitch goes to Meyer. Meyer trying to bounce it out right side. There is nothing there. That is great containment on that edge. Sefila getting up from the tackle. A couple other Thunder there as well. Dylan Fritz, the sophomore, was in on the stop as well. No gain on the play on that right edge. It's 2nd and 10. So a fumble the difference right now as Regis stopping the Thunder once again, and with 7:05 left to play here in the second quarter. Big chunk play, and Regis could be in for another score. As they'll pitch it here to Tate. Tate up the gut. Good hole here. He's close to the first down. 15, maybe the 14, where the officials are coming in to mark him. And so it'll be about a 3rd and 2, it looks like, here for Regis on the Tate run. Haven't seen a lot of Tate and a lot of the first-string guys. Again, Tate, Koska, Albee is the tailback, but they'll bring Koska back in along with Meyer here for Regis. Albee is the tailback. You see needing 2. They need to get to that 13-yard line, maybe just inside the 13-yard line for a first down. Set a man in motion. We got a flag, and I think a false start here on Regis. Somebody got moving a little early here, and that's the kind of thing that Brian Brenner will certainly not like to see when he looks at the tape.
On the offense, 5 yards from the previous spot. Still 3rd down.
So 3rd and 7 now instead of 3rd and 2. And this makes it a little bit more difficult for Regis to rattle off the 7 yards. But they've been getting big chunk plays today, so I'd imagine maybe not the exact same play call, but yeah, sure enough, they'll stay in the inverted double wing and see what they can do here. The man in motion is Koska, and Weisenberger trips, and he is down back at the 26-ish yard line. That looked like that was about where he went down. I mean, they're too close to punt. I don't think they're close enough to kick a field goal, so Regis likely going to go for it here, even though it's 4th and long. 4th and about 14, maybe 15 here. Weisenberger just tripping over, almost looked like his own feet. Might have been his lineman who he tripped up on as well, retreating. And so they will send out Tate to the right, Andrews to the left. They've gone to Andrews in these situations a few times already. Weisenberger looks his way the entire way, throws it near side. Catch is made. Enough for the first? No, not enough for the first here to the near side. It was caught by Taylor Gehling. And they needed 14, and they only got about 10. So Regis turns it over on downs here after getting that fumble. 5:23 remains here in the first half, and Osseo Fairchild takes back over. They are deep in their own territory, though, back at their own 17-yard line officially. 5:23 remains here in the second quarter. Osmondson in the shotgun. He's got one receiver to the right. A couple tailbacks who can run it pretty well back there as well. Wants to pass, though. Osmondson rolling right's got some pressure coming. There's a flag on the play, and he is sacked back at the 9-yard line. I don't think that's a scramble. That looked more to me like a sack. Semling again on the tackle. That's Preston Semling with it. The flag coming in, but I'd imagine with a big loss there, they'll just decline this one. This looks like it's a hold, and it will be declined by Brian Brenner.
Holding on the offense. Penalties decline. 2nd down.
Yeah, back at the 9, it would have been about, it would have been half the distance, so this would have been almost a wash. But instead of first down, it's 2nd down, and so you take the sack there every time. Osmondson in the shotgun again. He'll send one receiver right, 2 to the left here in the second quarter. 5:05 left to go in it, and a 29-6 Rambler lead. Man in motion is Sweat. They'll swing it out to him. He makes the catch, has to avoid Albie, and he does. He's to the 5, still looking for positive yardage. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or two to the 11. But, boy, Albie had him in the backfield, just made enough of a move to get past him. That looked like it was going to be another 5-yard loss or so, and pushing Osseo Fairchild back instead ends up being a positive gain, but still a long way to go. 3rd and about 17, 18 here officially, they'll call it, for Osseo Fairchild at the 11-yard line. 11-yard line, they need to get to the 28 for a first down. 3rd and 17. Osmondson rolling right, little pitch out to Sweat. He's got it. He makes a move at the 11 and then gets hit down almost to the 15-yard line. Albie out there on the tackle.
4th down.
And 4th down coming up for Osseo Fairchild. So they have to punt again. Clock ticks under 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. So we said a lot of drives in this first half. Osseo Fairchild, that was their 6th drive of the first half, which, especially at a Regis game, you do not see that many drives usually. Typically, a lot of long drives, pounding it out on the ground, but Regis done a few different things. There's a low snap. They got to go down and get it, and he falls on it. Back at the 6-yard line does Osmondson. The pressure came in the backfield there from Preston Olson. No blocked punt, but unable to scoop that one up and get it away, and so Regis takes over. Officially, that'll go over as a turnover on downs. And with 3:33 left to play here in the half, Regis has a 1st and goal at just inside the 6-yard line.
First and goal for the Ramblers.
This has been great field position for Regis all night long. They've had Osseo Fairchild just moving backwards. Here goes Weisenberger. Under center, he's got Tate left. Albie is tailback. Instead, he fakes the handoff, rolls right, throws it to the corner. It is incomplete. Good coverage out there on the edge. He was looking for Gailing. Yeah, I thought pretty decent coverage out there on the edge. I believe it's number 50 out there. Again, they've got no number 50 on the roster officially. They're giving that officially to Rodriguez, Joaquin Rodriguez, so they might know something I don't know at the moment. But it is 2nd and goal now here for Regis. Here's Weisenberger again. Here's the pitch from the right to the left side. Up the gut it goes. Close to the end zone is Brendan Meyer, but he is short by about 1.5 yards. So Brendan Meyer does not get it all here. It's 3rd and goal now, and I think Regis trying to say to heck with it. Let's power this one in here and stop messing around a bit. They want to get this potentially to a running clock at the start of the second half. That 35-point lead, and we'll have a running clock in the second half. And they are not too far away from it. Need 2 more scores to get to that point. Weisenberger under center. Here's the pitch. Up the gut it goes. Touchdown Ramblers. Ethan Eager is in for his 2nd score of the game. And just like that, Ethan Eager goes from having just 1 touchdown on the season to tripling that total. He's up to 3 now on the year. Eager with the 1-yard touchdown run. 35-6 now, Ramblers lead it.
No Labor to attempt the extra point.
Labor will kick the extra point here for Regis. A good snap, a good spot. Kick is up and good, and Regis leads 36-35. Or pardon me, 36-6. Easy for me to say. 36-6 here over Osseo Fairchild here near the end of the half. 2:52 left to go in the second quarter. We'll come back right after this here on the Ramblers Sports Network.
Drive, 3 plays, 5 yards. The 2-yard touchdown run by...
Welcome back in here to Carson Park as Eau Claire Regis has taken a 36-6 lead on the Thunder after another touchdown run from Ethan Eager, his second of the game. This kick going to go out of bounds on the far side, so pretty good field position coming up for Osseo Fairchild. You know, it would not shock me if they pushed Regis back 5 yards and told them to kick this one again, because, again, their best offense tonight was that kickoff return from Drake Sweat for 89 yards. I'd almost make Regis kick this one again if I was Osseo Fairchild. But here it comes.
On the offense, they like to take the ball at the 35-yard line.
All right, so they'll take it at the 35 and get the offense out there. Again, the offense has struggled here for Osseo Fairchild. So, again, I don't think it's a bad idea necessarily to just have them re-kick this one. But they'll take over at their own 35-yard line. 2:52 remaining.
At their own 35.
Here in the first half and in the second quarter. So the Ramblers are well on the way right now. And, again, one more touchdown gets it to a running clock in the second half as Osmondson will take the snap, rolling right, looking. Oh, he just threw it behind his receiver there, Drake Sweat. The second that Osmondson wanted to throw that and decided to throw that, Sweat turned his back, as you saw, and ran upfield. I think he thought that Osmondson was going to scramble with it. He did not. 2nd and 10 here from their own 35-yard line.
2nd and 10 with the Thunder at their own 35.
One left, one right here in receivers for Osmondson. Will hand it off in the backfield, bounce out left side, and then a tackle from behind. About 4 yards on the play.
Filo, the ball carrier.
Filo is officially the carrier there. Yeah, let's hope that whoever that is down is not down for long. So left arm kind of stinger there for Regis. That's Landon Semling, the sophomore. See him holding on to that left elbow, so he's going to run off the field. Hopefully nothing too serious there. You can get those stingers. A helmet hits into it on a night like tonight. Cold. That'll hurt for sure. Pardon me, not Semling there who came off. That was Mason Neese who comes off. 4-yard gain, 3rd and 6 here for Osseo Fairchild. Clock ticking, under 2:30 at the moment here in the second quarter. Osmondson under center, hands it off left side, and there is a flag. This is coming back. It's close to the first down, so I'd imagine Brian Brenner's going to take this here. And they will move him back, and sure enough, it is a hold on Osseo Fairchild and the Thunder. We'll listen into the call as Regis elects to back Osseo Fairchild up. Here it comes.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards from the previous spot. 3rd down.
So from the previous spot makes it 3rd and about 17 here for this 3rd and 16, I think they'll officially call it for Osseo Fairchild. 2:13 left to play here in the first half. Osmondson takes the snap, looking to throw this one deep. Wants to launch it. He will up near side. That is up and in, complete. I'll tell you, for a moment, I thought that Austin Rideout had a chance at that one. Andrews is back in coverage as well. Rideout just took a bad route to it. Takes a better route, and he's got an interception there. Might end up working out, though, because depending on how long this punt goes, could have been maybe a loss on the play. We saw the last punt to Osmondson. Again, it was the snap was low. He just had to fall on it back at the 5-yard line, and Regis went in for the score. So let's see what happens here now. Osmondson wanting a better snap. He gets it. Here's the punt. Oh, it's blocked. Blocked, and Regis has it. Albee has the return, and Eau Claire Regis is in. Albee with the return of about, 15, 20 yards. And just like that, the Ramblers score. The block, I believe, was Alex Burdick. Burdick got his hands on it, and Albee went right into the breadbasket. He gets the punt block return. And just like that, Regis leads 42-6 here over the Thunder.
Owen Weissenberger on the hole.
Here we are for the extra point. Snap spot, the kick up, and the kick is good. So Eau Claire Regis takes a 43-6 lead on the Thunder. 1:54 left to go in the second quarter. We're back right after this here on the Ramblers Sports Network. Welcome back in here to Carson Park, and it's been all Eau Claire Regis in this first half. They lead 43-6 over the Thunder of Osseo Fairchild as a blocked punt for Eau Claire Regis. Alex Burdick getting the block, and Braden Albee, Johnny on the spot to pick it out of the air, take it in for the score. 43-6, Ramblers lead it. A low kick here, or a kick I should say, it's scooped up low there by Sweat at about the 15-yard line. He's going east to west instead of north to south, and he is taken down near the 20-yard line. And so the official came in and wound the arm, so we're already going to go to the running clock here in the second quarter. So, I mean, Osseo Fairchild might only get 1 or 2 plays off before this first half comes to an end. And right now the Thunder just have to hope that they don't turn the ball over at this moment and can get into the halftime locker room. So they're going to run the clock here as it is, and I think we'll see some Regis players, especially in the second half, that are going to get some playing time, some freshmen and sophomores, I'd imagine. As Osmondson pitches, and oh, what a tackle. That is it. Just look up form tackle in the dictionary right there. Preston Semling with a beautiful tackle on that pitch.
Preston Semling with the tackle.
And a loss of about 2 or 3. They'll have to at least run one more play here, will Osseo Fairchild, before the end of the half. They might want to run more. I mean, they're the team that's trailing here, so we'll see. 43-6 as the clock is running, and we are down to 38, 37, 36. Snap taken by Osmondson, looking left, now over the middle, throws it near side. That is up and caught at the 20, and out of bounds pretty quickly there. And it was Thurston who made the catch. Rideout pushes him out of bounds.
Austin Rideout.
It was Colton Rocco who was close by as well. Clock continues to tick. Osseo Fairchild is in no hurry here. There's 14 seconds remaining in the half. They're going to come up to the line, though. Let's see if they get this play off. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they will get the snap off just in time. Final play of the half. Osmondson going to sling this one deep. It is up, tipped, and incomplete. Couple different Ramblers had a chance. Rideout was there alongside of John Cole, and the first half is over. And much to the happiness, I'm sure, of Osseo Fairchild, as Regis leads it 43-6 as we head to halftime. All right, we'll take a halftime break. We'll come back and get you ready for the second half. It's all Regis as they are well on the way to at least a share of the Clover Belt Conference here tonight. More coming up in just a bit right here on the Ramblers Sports Network.
Coaches of the 7th grade team, Mark Gobler, John Tyson, and Jagger Tyson. Now let's bring on the 8th graders. Carter Atkinson. Griffin Boda. Kellen Kroll. Asher Hasnut. Johnny Joels. David Laporte. Riley Olson. Riley Larson. Zachary Larson. Jonathan Lewis. Ryan McChesky. Noah Martin. Quinlan McCauley. Evan Ranigan. Tayden Rideout. Kevin Solachik. Mason Cisco. And Brody Sturm. Manager Von Brogelman. The coaches, the team, or also coaches of the 8th grade team, Tim Whiteside and John Sumner, along with Austin Crow.
Welcome back in here to Carson Park. It is halftime of this Thursday night affair between the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers and the Osseo Fairchild Thunder. And as you see, a 43-6 lead for the Ramblers over the Thunder here going into the second half. We will have a running clock in the second half. Eau Claire Regis will receive the opening kickoff as well. Scoring looks like this. Regis got in for the first score of the game. A Betcher touchdown run of 4 yards out with the 10:07 mark of the first quarter made it 8-0. Regis would then make it 15-0 a few minutes later, I suppose you could say, on a Weisenberger touchdown pass to Ian Andrews of 34 yards. 4:58 left in the first quarter made it 15-0. But then right after that, the ensuing kickoff, Drake Sweat would take it in from 89 yards out on the kickoff return to make it 15-6. That's the only score Osseo Fairchild has had here today. Then at the 2:44 mark of the first quarter, a 4-yard touchdown run from Ian Andrews made it 22-6. The two-point conversion, the extra point good there. Then it would be the Ethan Eager show. He'd score from 2 yards out with 8:31 left in the second quarter to make it 29-6. He'd punch in another touchdown run about 6 minutes later at the 2:52 mark. 36-6 at that point. And then a blocked punt at the 1:54 mark of the second quarter that was blocked by Alex Burdick and taken in, nabbing it out of the air by Braden Albee for the touchdown. Made it 43-6. That is how we are where we are at the moment. As you can likely tell at the top of your screen there, the rain is still falling here in the Chippewa Valley tonight. It is cold. It is not terribly pleasant, but I'm sure there's a number of football players who love playing in this. Again, I think these are these nights where I'm sure there's some youngsters who would certainly love that it be natural grass instead of field turf. You get that uniform all nice and muddied up as well, but not tonight here on this field turf at Carson Park. It's certainly one of the benefits of having an artificial surface as well. That's why a lot of teams moving some of the games up to Thursday tonight. across the Chippewa Valley and across the area as well. So we are ready for the start of the second half. Like we said, it'll be Eau Claire Regis who will get the ball here to start. And a one hopper, Chase Koska will hand it off on a little reverse to Andrews. They've got some blockers here near side. Makes a cut at the 35 to the 40. 45 down near the 50-yard line. It'll mark down at the 49-yard line of Regis officially. And so you see a few of the Regis first teamers were at least in on that kick return, which makes me think they'll be in here on this first drive as well. Again, I think a lot of this is Brian Brenner trying to figure out some new plays, some different plays that he could maybe use in the playoffs as well. But we'll see how much that is the case here. Their own 49 is where they start things off. And it looks like at quarterback for Eau Claire Regis, they'll send number 15 and Joey Brommer out there at quarterback. Handoff will go off in the backfield here to John Cole. And he'll get to the 46-yard line, a 5-yard gain on the play for Regis. So you're going to see a number of guys maybe you haven't seen before for Regis here for the Ramblers in to run and in the formations. Joey Brommer is a freshman. Quarterback, 6'1", 147 pounds. Has some good size for a freshman. Inverted double wing here again for Regis. And the pitch will go to the right wing back in Strom. Strom up the gut for a couple. And he'll get officially to the 38-yard line before he is, 43-yard line before he is stopped. And about 2 yards short, so 3rd and 2 here for Regis. Nick Helland will come out along with Austin Rideout as the two tailbacks here for Regis. Helen left, Rideout right. I believe Betcher is in as the tailback. And they will give it on the reverse play, and that's a first down and much, much more. 35-30, and almost able to stay upright. It was Nick Helland with a great run down to the 27-yard line. A 16-yard run, first down Regis. Clock ticks, and we do have the clock back up and working, so you'll see that, and it'll be running all rest of this game. The only way it'll stop is on timeouts, whether that's a called timeout or an injury timeout or on scores. That'll be the only time you'll see the clock stop here in the second half as well. All right. Brommer back in at quarterback, and he will pitch it to the left wing back. His name Ethan Eager again back into the game. He gets a yard to the 26-yard line from the 27. Second and 9, rather. Coming up here for Regis.
Ethan Eager, the ball carrier.
Of course, you see the clock ticking here. We're already 3 minutes into the half. Regis with a nice, slow, methodical drive with some of the backups in. And they will pitch it here, going right to left. Goes Rideout. Rideout looking for space to the 20. And he's got the first down up near the 15-yard line as well. Nice little cut. So much of this offense is predicated not only on the good blocking out there, but once you see a hole as a tailback, the good tailbacks we've seen or the good wingbacks we've seen for Regis over the years, they see the hole and they just cut it. They don't need to go out all the way around the edge. And when they cut it, just turn on is the highest speed level you got and run as hard as you can. And that's exactly what Rideout did to get to the 15-yard line and a first down. Out on the left edge is Helen. We're going to see the right tailback. Instead it is the wingback, rather. They give it to the tailback, and Luke Betcher. He gets about a half a yard, maybe a full yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9 to be generous.
Griffin Brown on the tackle, gain of 1.
8 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. And Regis up big, again, well on the way to a Clover Belt championship. Again, Mondovi will be playing Fall Creek tomorrow. They'll be the favorite in that game, no doubt. And if they win, I'm sure they'll have the claim and say that, hey, we're the actual Clover Belt champions. Is rolling to his right, passing downfield behind his intended receiver is Brommer. Man, he was looking for downfield was Ben Baltz.
Brommer's pass intended for
the freshman
on the play. Ben Baltz.
6'1", 171 pounds. There's the Baltz family. They get a little cheer here at Carson Park tonight.
On the defense.
They've been waiting to hear Ben Baltz's name called all season. He got it called there.
3rd and 9 for the Ramblers at the Thunder 14.
Thunder will try to put some pressure on here. It's a reverse handoff, and this is a good one up near the 5-yard line. Goes Nick Helland. And I think he may have the first down where the line judge is coming in to mark him. It's really close. Wow, I thought he had it. Officials are not marking it, though. No, they're going to give him the first down, so sure enough, they'll mark the first down at the 5. First and goal here for Regis. And they had the field goal unit running out there because the signal hadn't been given yet, and now it finally was, so they'll keep the offense out. 6:35 left to play, the clock ticking here in the third quarter. You will not see a ton of drives this half, I don't think,
First and goal for the Ramblers at the Thunder
with the clock
5.
running. And the clock will stop on a score, so keep your eye on that. Once again, Brumera is the quarterback. He will give it on the pitch. It's a fumble. A fall on it, though, right at the line of scrimmage. It was just ripped away. Regis had it. I mean, he had it on the ground. They're going to give this to Osseo? He had it in his arms. It was just ripped out of his hands on the ground. Tucker Derwin I thought he had it on the ground, and they literally ripped it out of his hands while he was down on the ground. And they give it to the Thunder. Whoa, that's a interesting call, we'll put it that way. Now, change of possession, the clock does not stop, as you see. So officially it's a fumble, and that'll, I'm sure, get into the craw of Bryant Brenner quite a bit. I imagine you're going to see most of the first-teamers still out here for Osseo. They, again, are not a very deep team, and it will be kind of that second quarterback, if you will, Drake Sweat. He'll keep it himself, trying to get out around the left edge, and gets a couple out near the 10-yard line. Give him 4 officially. Tackle made by Braden Smiskey, the freshman, after a 4-yard gain.
Gain of 4. Second and 6 for the Thunder at their own 10.
And once again, Sweat going to roll to the left. Wants to throw this one. It's up and incomplete. His receiver stopped the route. Right up. Get downfield was Mason Schmidt. Right out was close to him. The man in coverage was John Cole. The safety was right out coming over. Clock continues to tick. Third and 6, rather, excuse me. Need to get to the 16, maybe the 17 for a first down.
Third and 6 for the Thunder at their 10.
And a run to the right side here. They're not going to get it, are the Thunder. Good job by the second stringers here for Regis getting a stop. I believe Tyler Burhop was the man who popped out of there. Nope. McCoy is the man on the stop. My apologies. Greg Troisey was there as well. And it's 4th and about 3, and so the Thunder will punt this one away. Osmondson, again, he had to fall on a punt, low snap on the punt earlier. Regis needs to send back somebody to return this. But there is nobody to return. They're expecting maybe a fake here, and they did not get it. And Regis is content to let this one fly. It will take a bit of a backup bounce. Doesn't get quite into Regis territory, so the 48-yard line. That's where Regis takes over.
The Thunder 48.
And the clock will continue to tick, so Regis will take their time getting out there. Head referee will have to indicate when the play clock's going to start. And so the 3-minute mark is when we start the next drive here for Regis. Up big, and the reverse handoff here, right to left, big hole. 40, 35 far side, taken down is Braden Strom, but not before a big gain to the 32-yard line officially. 16-yard gain on first down. Strom with a nice run there. And now the new wingbacks rather are eager, as well as Ben Strope. Another freshman running back. See, the clock's still ticking. We are almost through the third quarter. We haven't had one stoppage of the clock here with and no scores or anything like that. Strope gets the pitch, moving right to left, just kind of staying with his blockers. Flag on the play. This is going to back Regis up. This looks like it's in the area of holding here, and the Strope family gets a round of applause in.
Dylan Fritz on the tackle along with Lex Glopke.
And this will back up Regis
Penalty
to
flag
a
on the
1st
play.
and 20.
Preliminary indication holding against the Ramblers.
Officials taking some time to administer this, so the clock continues to tick. Here's Terry Steinmetz.
On the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
First and 20 now for Regis. And the clock ticks down, under 1:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Pitch goes from the left to the right side. This is Helen trying to find some space. Gets away from the tackler to the 30. Lowers his shoulder, and a nice run there from Helen down near the 25-yard line. Be about a 17-yard gain there on 1st and 20, and brings up second and much more manageable. So Regis will only have to run one more play before the end of the third quarter here,
Gain of 8.
as the clock will remain ticking, and likely one play, and that'll be it, barring them scoring at this
Gain of
point.
18 on the play.
Tailback again is Betcher. Pitch will go from right to left. That's Strom. Strom up the gut. And I think he's close to the first down. We'll have to see. I think they're marking him just short by about a half a yard. And Regis does not need to run another play here in this third quarter. They do get back to the huddle. And
3rd and 1.
let's see if Brian Brenner runs a play or says, to heck with it, let's just go to the fourth quarter. Now, we will obviously get that stoppage when it comes. But they do not need to run a play here. Do Regis.
3rd and 1 for the
But looks like they're going to.
Thunder 23.
Here is the tailback for a first down. I think he got it there, Betcher. Right up the gut, gets to the 21, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. So it's all Regis, 43-6, running clock here in the second half. Fourth quarter comes your way right after this here on the Ramblers Sports Network. Welcome back in here to Carson Park. Fourth quarter coming your way here between Eau Claire Regis and Osseo Fairchild. It's been all Ramblers tonight. They are well on the way right now to at least a share of the Clover Belt Conference Championship this season, along with Mondovi if they can win against Fall Creek tomorrow night. That'll be a muddy track there just down Highway 12, and should be a fun one there for folks out in the cricket land. Taking on the Buffaloes, a very good team, but it's going to be a, like I say, a muddy track tomorrow. All right, here comes Regis in the fourth quarter. Back under center is the same quarterback there, Brommer. Pitches out right to left after they just got the first down at the end of that third quarter. And I believe Noah Labor in on the carry rather for Regis.
Paulus and Fila on the tackle.
We might see a couple new Ramblers checking into the game. Alex Burdick is one of those men, I believe alongside Brady Strom. So Strom on the right. And not Burdick, excuse me. That is Matt Palasek. And he will get the toss here and gets a couple. And actually stacked up at the line. Now they called it as Ben Strope with the carry there. I thought they had gone elsewhere there with Palasek, but not the case. Yeah, it is Palasek. And he gets a nice round of applause as well. So 3rd and about 7 here for Regis. They're marking it as 3rd and 8 up on the board. Again, running clock here in the second half. Again, Brommer under center. And he will go back to pass this one. Looks downfield. Tight coverage. It's up, and it is intercepted. Intercepted downfield by the man who has the one touchdown today, Sweat. Sweat far sideline. Oh, he's got blockers, and he's going to take this one the entire way. No flags on the field, and Sweat is going to go about a 95-yard return. I take that back. This one is coming back. An illegal block here back at the 40-yard line. There are 2 flags on the play. So that's going to wipe out the touchdown return. And the flags are back at the 40-yard line. So we'll wait for Terry Steinmetz to adjudicate this, but it is a block in the back. There you see the flags in the call. Here it comes. It'll be from the spot of the foul, so this is going to probably put Osseo right around the 50-yard line when all is said and done. But, boy, that's tough for the Thunder, who have had a hard time moving the ball tonight. Now they, after looking like they had a return interception for a touchdown, they're going to have to get the offense back out there to try to get their second touchdown of the game.
On the return, illegal block in the back. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, White.
I didn't see who it was for Osseo Fairchild who committed the penalty, but it was at least the block in the back went into Brommer, the quarterback who was trying to chase him down. It was as clear as day at the 40-yard line. And so the 50 is where Osseo Fairchild takes over. Interception is the end of that drive there as well. So the snap will come at about the 10-15 mark or so. And they're going to reverse this one, rolling left. They're going to pass. That was a backwards pass on the far side to Osmondson. And he's taken down for a loss on the play back near the 46, maybe 47-yard line. Not sure exactly what Osseo Fairchild was trying to do. I think that second, so they reversed it, and then the pass back over on the far side, I think was still a backwards pass. So in theory, they could have still thrown that ball. But Smiskey was out there along with a number of other Ramblers, put some pressure on and get the stop. It is now Emmerich Korger, the freshman who's listed as a tight end on the roster, who's in at the quarterback spot in the pistol, as you see. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Korger looking to pass the entire way. Pressure coming, and he is wrapped up. He's going to try to get rid of this one. There was a man in the area. I don't think this is going to be grounding. Tyler Smith was close to it. That's a really heads-up play from the freshman to throw that one over toward Tyler Smith and avoid what would have been at least a 10-yard, if not probably. Oh, no, they're going to mark him back. They're going to say he was down at the 35. In the grasp, I suppose, is the terminology you'll use. So they're going to say he's in the grasp. They didn't let him throw that ball officially. So it goes down as a sack. Ben Olsen in on the stop. And so now it is 3rd and forever. 3rd and 25 here for Osseo Fairchild as the clock continues to tick in the second half. Rain coming down hard as well. We'll pass it off left. It is bobbled incomplete. Had a chance at it to Brooks Coxland. Now you're seeing basically, this is freshmen and sophomores out there for the Thunder at the moment. This is pretty much the freshman game, if you will, going on here in the fourth quarter. 43-6, Ramblers lead it. And a new punter as well. Mason Schmidt is the man back for Osseo Fairchild. Nobody back to return here for Regis. They're going to just let the ball fall where it may. Whatever wind is out there is at his back. Schmidt will get rid of this one. Kind of a knuckling wobbler. Takes a Regis bounce and goes out of bounds near the 35-yard line. And the clock continues to run. 7:50 and counting left here in the fourth quarter. You could almost, I'm not sure if you can hear it in our crowd mic, but it's not often that you can hear the rain falling on the roof here at the press box. It's coming down that hard. At least I think that's what I'm hearing. That or we got some static in the system here. We got some gremlins, which Zane Cullinan, our video director, tells me there's no way that's the case. He says all the gear I buy is top-notch. If there's any sound goblins, it's all your old gear, Pete. That's what's going on over here. So get it together. Get into the 21st century, he says. Boy, he's having a whole conversation with me over here. All right. So it's the 34-yard line where Regis will start off. Clock stopped. I believe that Osseo Fairchild took a timeout here to stop the clock. Boy, you can really see that rain coming down now. you know, if we were on a regular grass field and this kind of score, you might even see the officials call this game too. But they won't. And on the field turf at least. Keep on playing through the elements.
Thank you.
So the timeout over. We're ready for football here. That again stops the clock for the time being. And we'll see who comes out at quarterback here for Regis. I don't believe they're going to stick with Brammer. See who goes under center. I think it's Carter Cisco who is going under center here for Regis. So Cisco is going to run the offense now here in the latter stages of the fourth quarter. Looked like Osseo Fairchild jumped off side. There was a fumble on the snap there on the exchange. Regis hung with it and got a decent carry there along with Nick Helland, who gets it up to the 38-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play.
Number 2, Carter Cisco, in the quarterback for the Ramblers.
And it is really coming down right now here on this Thursday night.
2nd and 6 for the Ramblers at their own 38.
2nd and 6 here for Regis. Again, Cisco is the quarterback. He'll pitch it to the right wing back, and there's a big hole right up the gut, up to the 50 and into Osseo Fairchild territory. Beautiful pitch and a beautiful run, and that is Ben Strope with another carry there. The freshman tailbacks, 5'9", 141 pounds. Got the family here today cheering him on. John Cole will check in as one of the wing backs, along with Brady Strom. 2 rushing touchdowns for Eager tonight, a rushing and a receiving touchdown for Andrews this evening. We also saw the first rushing touchdown for Luke Betcher, the senior, here on senior night. Here's a pitch for Regis. This one goes to John Cole on the right side. Pretty good gain out near the 40. About an 8-yard gain there on first down, 2nd and short coming up for Regis. As we go under 6 minutes left to play here in the final game of the regular season. I mean, now we don't know for sure. Again, you can tune into QOW on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock to see the bracket release show that will be going on there. But, you know, we don't know for sure. But we imagine 7-2 should get you one home game in the playoffs. Now, it'll depend, of course, on what happens with North tomorrow. But I can't imagine that North or Memorial well, we know Memorial's not going to get in the playoffs. So here's a pitch around the right side and a first down for Regis. Carry from Palachek again. And he has the first down and a pickup there for Regis. But, you know, even if North makes the playoffs, they need to win tomorrow. They would have a 4-5 overall record, 3-4 in conference. What that means is they're going to go on the road if they get in the playoffs. So I would highly suspect Regis to be playing on Friday night next week here at Carson Park. That is not official, but just having seen how all this goes down, that would be my assumption. But don't quote me on that for sure. There's a whistle, and I believe we have offside here on Osseo Fairchild. But again, the WIA will have all those brackets online, and if you want to watch a bracket show Saturday morning at 11 on WQOW, you can do that as well.
5-yard penalty from the spot.
Clock continues to tick. Again, running clock here in this second half.
1st and 5 after the penalty for the Ramblers.
Regis will bring in a couple new wingbacks as well. Ben Olson alongside Matt Palachek. The Olson out to the right, Palachek to the left. 1st and 5 here after the offside penalty. Yeah, there's a false start, and Regis will give it right back.
Legal procedure. Offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
And I think I get to use a phrase here that I didn't learn until I moved to Western Wisconsin, but you get an offside and a false start, that's a horse apiece, I think. And we're back to 1st and 10. No one knows what I'm talking about in the booth. All right, that's a Wisconsinism there that's going to go out on the airwaves. All right, 1st and 10. As Regis back in the inverted double wing. Cisco, the quarterback, and he'll pitch it to the left tailback, or left wing back rather, and Cole. Cole's got a good gain out across the 30 and close to the first down marker.
Cole on the carry.
Looks like he's about a yard short. 9-yard gain to the 28.
2nd
and short here for Regis.
9.
As we are likely to tick under 3 minutes before the next snap. Here tonight, 43-6, all the scoring done in the first half tonight. The one that got Regis into the 35-point running clock range was, again, that block punt that Braden Albee took in for a score right near the end of the first half. Here comes the pitch, right to left, and a good gain for a first down. Believe that was Strope who got the toss, and it was up to the 23. McEwen gets the stop.
That's a Rambler first down.
And we'll see if Regis and these freshmen and sophomores who are out there right now might be able to get in for a score here before the end of the ball game. Cole, along with Strom, are the wingbacks. I believe the new tailback is Mason McCoy. Cisco will pitch it over on the right, left side, decent hole here, and taken down just across the 20-yard line goes Brady Strom. We'll get about 4, maybe 5 where they finally mark him. We'll call it 2nd and 6 as we go under 2 minutes left to go here in tonight's game. So again, Mondovi Fall Creek, that'll be the game for you Rambler fans to find a stream for, to tune into tomorrow night. Again, Fall Creek, you know, I would assume Mondovi is the favorite in that game, but Fall Creek has had some moments. We saw them play Regis really well this season, so you never know. Again, if Mondovi wins, it's a share of the conference championship. If they don't, there's a cutback right to that's a great counter play by Nick Helen. If Mondovi wins, it's a share. If they do not, Regis wins the Clover Belt outright.
Drew Hansen with the stop.
It looks good going into the playoffs, certainly, regardless of what happens here. Happens tomorrow night, I should say. 1:25 remaining. And again, maybe 1 or 2 more plays here for the Ramblers, you'd imagine.
At the Thunder 11.
So well on the way. Again, Eager with 2 touchdown runs tonight. Andrews with a touchdown run and a touchdown catch. We saw a Betcher touchdown and that block punt that Albee took in for the score, and they're just going to kneel on it. And should only have to do that one more time here officially once it gets under 40 seconds. And then we should be all set here from Regis tonight. So a successful senior night for the Regis Ramblers. And as Coach talked about in the pregame show, this is a team that has improved so much from the opening week, that loss to Prescott. They have really gotten it together. They've come together as a team. You know, one tough loss against Mondovi, but some really impressive wins throughout the course of the season. And Eau Claire Regis is going to celebrate a senior night win, 43-6 here over the Osseo Fairchild Thunder here tonight. There are the handshakes coming up. And what a ball game, what a season it has been for Regis. And it is not over yet because playoff football will be coming to the Ramblers here. And again, we think at least one home game, but again, that's all to be determined once the WIA sets the playoff field in Division 7 and so on. So we will know more about that. Again, you can get updates from social media from the Ramblers as well, and you can also, of course, check out the WIA, check out where the brackets go. You can watch WQOW, your ABC station here in Eau Claire, at 11 a.m. on Saturday to check out those playoff bracket release show as well. So there's plenty of fun coming up on Saturday, and that's really cool. It's a newer thing that they've done now with the bracket release, make a show out of it instead of just kind of putting it up at midnight on that Friday night. It's kind of a neat little thing for all the teams that have made the playoffs around the bubble as well. So we look forward to that. A great job by the Ramblers tonight. They win at 43-6 over the Thunder. And again, our next broadcast will likely be Friday next week, but again, that's not for sure. We will certainly let you know on all the different platforms that we can when that next game will be. But it's been a lot of fun. Happy to have you along with us, and hopefully a couple more coming up at least for Regis, if not a few more, going into playoff season. Special thanks to Zane Cullinan for making it happen here tonight, and a special thanks as always to Brian Brenner for joining us in our pregame show. Hey, congrats to all the seniors for playing their final regular season game. They'll get at least one more next week in the playoffs. For everybody here, I'm Pete Knutson, your final score from Carson Park. It's the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers finishing the season as at least a co-conference champion in the Clover Belt, 43, the Osseo Fairchild Thunder 6. Chris, Connor, I'm rounding third and coming for home.
Thank